What's up, guys, and welcome to another video. This video is going to be about the 5 most annoying things that are probably going to be in the next Call of Duty World War II. Now, as most of you guys know by now, the next Call of Duty is going to be the first boots on the ground game ever since Call of Duty Ghosts back in, I believe it was 2013. A lot of people are excited for this new change, or it's not even a new change, it's just a change from 3 years of jetpacking. They're finally deciding that we're finally ready for another boots on the ground game. This has a lot of people excited, but a lot of people kind of mad because with boots on the ground comes with a lot of new bullshit. At the end of this video today, we're going to be uncovering what bullshit lies behind this new Call of Duty. Coming up first on our list today is going to be the amount of campers that are going to be in this game. For the past 3 years, Call of Duty has had a jetpacking mechanic that allowed you to wall run, jump really high up in the air, and all sorts of things that you can do with those two. So that meant the campers and people that sat in the corners were at a major disadvantage because they weren't using the game's mechanics to their full ability. And since we're going back to boots on the ground, this is gonna make a big return back into the Call of Duty series. Coming up at number 2 is going to be the gun variety. Back in Call of Duty World at War, the only automatic weapons that we had was the most of the submachine gun, or actually all the submachine guns, which was only like 5 or 6, and I believe just one assault rifle, the STG, and the LMGs, of course. But if you are an assault rifle player, you better like one-shot weapons or single-shot weapons, because back in World War II there wasn't very many automatic weapons, unless Activision pulls something out like just a bunch of like really experimental weapons. There's not going to be very many automatic weapons in this game. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the supply drops. As we all know by now, the supply drops have been confirmed for this game. Supply drops aren't the worst thing in the world, because for people that don't spend money, like extra money on the game for DLC, this gives them a chance to get the weapons by just playing the game. It's not a good chance to get the weapons, but you still have a chance to get the weapons. But for people that would spend money on the game to just buy a gun, it makes it a lot harder and a lot more expensive for them to get these guns. So yeah, supply drops don't accommodate for everybody's different spending habits or whatever. But coming in at number 4 is going to be the maps in this game. Since everybody really wants a gritty sort of Call of Duty now, they also the developers see this as being more rubble on the maps, and I know for sure that they're gonna add a lot of rubble and just a bunch of garbage on the ground in this game, because Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer love doing this for whatever reason. I mean, just take a look at WW2. Sledgehammer had a play in that game too, and those maps had rubble everywhere, which meant that the maps were all pretty much garbage except for maybe a few. Even Dome was a terrible map, even though it was the best map in the game. But I like how Black Ops 3 did it, how they have really clear maps, not very much rubble on the ground. The only map that really had a lot of rubble was Exodus, and that one, I think it was called Overflow maybe. The one with the grass everywhere and like the indoor grass, and there was like a statue inside. But yeah, that's going to be number 4. Number 4 is going to be the fact that there is some historical accuracy in this game, but it's not completely accurate. The fact that there's black female Nazis in this game just doesn't make any sense. I understand that they're trying to appeal to like the largest crowd, but the fact that they put those in and it's making people more mad than people that would be playing as these people, it doesn't make sense. Also, they didn't add swastikas in this game. They replaced them with this Iron Cross, I believe it's called, which doesn't really make sense. Even though they put the actual swastika in Nazi zombies, they just left them out of the multiplayer for whatever reason. I think it would have been cool if they put it in the campaign. Now, I'm not a big campaign guy myself, but still, it's just kind of like weird. Also, they're putting in the PPSH in this game, which that's a Russian weapon, and they aren't even including Russians in this game. So they're going to add a whole different weapon that the Americans and the Japanese are going to use that aren't even theirs. And back in the 1940s, to get a weapon from the Russians, or just like a weapon from an opposite side, that's like impossible, because why would you be funding other people's armies to kill your army? That just doesn't make sense. So I don't really understand the balancing for these like historical accurate features that Sledgehammer is putting in this game, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the video for today. If I missed anything or I got something wrong, please feel free to write them down in the comments below, and also give a rating to the video and subscribe if you want more. Bye-bye.